The movie opens at a house party where a young man named Cole is wandering around searching for his brother Duckett. He eventually finds Duckett locked inside a room and forces the door open. Inside, Duckett is shirtless and sitting on the bed, mumbling about voices being in here and that someone named Pop is going to hurt a lot of people. As Cole grows more alarmed, he notices people filming the scene on their phones and angrily tells them to stop. But before he can react further, Duckett suddenly stabs him. Duckett then walks outside and horrifyingly stabs himself in the eye. Elsewhere, 17-year-old Mia is grappling with the second anniversary of her mother Ria's death. An overdose Mia believes was accidental. She lives with her father Max, but their relationship has been strained since the tragedy. Mia receives a call to pick someone up and heads out. We're then introduced to Riley, who is with a friend pressuring him to smoke. Riley refuses, and soon Mia arrives to give him a ride. On their way home, they're startled by something in the road. It turns out to be a badly injured kangaroo, still alive and suffering. Riley suggests they put it out of its misery, and Mia tries to run it over but can't bring herself to do it. She drives around it instead, saying another car will handle it. Back at Riley's house, they join his sister Jade, who was supposed to pick him up. Riley threatens to tell their mother about the kangaroo incident. Mia mentions it too, but Jade is more interested in her phone. When Jade's boyfriend Daniel calls, Mia asks her not to answer, and Jade agrees to call him back later. Mia then shows Jade a video from their friend Haley, hinting that a creepy game they've been playing is happening again that night. Jade initially refuses, but Mia guilt-trips her by reminding her it's her mom's death anniversary, and she doesn't want to be alone. Jade finally agrees. Later, Jade's mom Sue returns from work and apologizes for missing the memorial. She checks in on Mia and asks how her dad is. Mia responds coldly, saying she can't stand being around him anymore. That night, Jade sneaks out with Mia and Riley tagging along. They arrive at a gathering hosted by Joss and Haley, where Mia isn't particularly welcome. Soon Daniel also shows up, and Mia greets him with a hug, hinting at their past relationship. Meanwhile, Haley pulls Jade aside, annoyed that Mia came along, calling her clingy and gloomy, and accusing her of flirting with Daniel. Jade brushes it off, saying they're just friends now. The group gathers to begin the game, which involves a strange ceramic hand said to belong to a psychic or perhaps a Satanist, depending on who you ask. Duckett originally gave the hand to Joss. Mia volunteers to try it first. They tie Mia to a chair while Riley asks what the game is all about. Jade dismisses it, saying it's nothing. Haley explains that once a spirit is let in, the connection must be cut within 90 seconds, otherwise the spirit may try to stay. She lights a candle, saying it's needed to open the spiritual door. To close it, it must be blown out. Joss brings out the eerie-looking hand covered in scribbled words. Mia grips it and recites, "Talk to me." Instantly, she sees the ghostly image of an old man and recoils. The others laugh, but Haley assures her it's different each time. Determined to prove what she saw, Mia tries again. This time a grotesque woman appears. Haley urges her not to let go and tells her to say, "Let me in." As soon as she does, Mia seems overtaken. Her body stiffens, her eyes widen unnaturally, and she eerily points to a corner of the room, saying, "There he is." In a chilling voice, she warns Riley that the spirit's like him. Suddenly, the front door swings open and slams shut by itself. Mia, now possessed, declares that someone is behind Riley and that he'll be torn apart. Haley and Joss try to intervene, but Mia won't release the hand. The lights cut out and she starts screaming for Riley to run. Chaos erupts until the hand is finally pried away and the candle blown out. Mia snaps back to normal, laughing and calling the experience incredible, while the others cheer. Later that night, Riley, shaken from what he saw, asks Jade if he can sleep in her room. She refuses, so he turns to Mia, who lets him stay. He admits the hand creeped him out a little. Mia shares that she often dreams of looking into a mirror and seeing no reflection, like she doesn't exist. She describes how the possession felt like being a passenger in her own body, able to see, hear, and feel everything, yet not in control. Riley asks about her mother's death. Mia explains that Raya overdosed on sleeping pills by accident. Her father was asleep on the couch, and when he woke, he couldn't open the bedroom door. Her mother was on the other side, clawing at the door. She died trying to get help. As Riley falls asleep, we see a ghostly hand reach for him. The next day at school, Jade approaches Haley and tells her Daniel wants to try the hand too. Haley says Joss's house isn't an option anymore, it's a mess. Jade offers her own home, and Haley agrees to meet them at 10. Later that evening, the group gathers at Jade's house. Mia asks Joss where the hand came from. He repeats it belonged to a psychic whose hand was severed. Haley jumps in, saying she heard it was a Satanist hand, and that its twin is still out there somewhere. The group begins another round of the game, and this time Daniel decides to give it a try. He holds the mysterious hand, recites "Talk to me," and allows the spirit in. Instantly, he's flung backward and appears possessed. He turns to Jade and with a strange tone, tells her he hates when she touches him, alarming everyone. It's soon obvious that the spirit possessing him is overtaken by lust. The group laughs at the bizarre scene, but things take a disturbing turn when Daniel suddenly collapses and starts kissing a stunned girl named Cookie. Reacting quickly, Joss yanks the hand away while Jade snuffs out the candle. Once Daniel snaps out of it, he angrily demands they delete the footage. When no one complies, he locks himself inside the bathroom in frustration. Soon after, the rest of the group takes turns playing the game, enjoying the thrilling chaos. Riley and his friend James become curious and want to try as well. Jade objects, saying they're too young, but Mia suggests they could limit Riley's turn to just 60 seconds. A small argument breaks out, and Jade storms off. Riley pleads with Mia, and the others agree to let him have a go. Riley grabs the hand, recites the phrase, and is visibly terrified by what he sees. Mia reassures him, encouraging him to say the next line. As soon as he says, "I let you in," Riley becomes possessed. He looks toward Mia and tearfully apologizes, saying he misses her. Mia, emotional, realizes he may be channeling her mother's spirit. When Haley warns that the time's up, Mia begs her not to stop. Suddenly, Riley begins choking and violently bangs his head on the table, even gouging near his eye. The room erupts into chaos as they try to restrain him. Jade rushes out, only to return and witness Riley's chair being thrown aside by an unseen force. He then repeatedly slams his head into a cabinet. Jade finally intervenes and stops him before it's fatal. As they help him, Mia slips away upstairs and glimpses her mother's spirit briefly standing at the door before vanishing. They call the authorities. While the police investigate, Jade informs her mother about what happened. Meanwhile, Mia's dad takes her home. He tries to get her to explain what occurred, but she refuses to talk and isolates herself in her room, where we see she's brought the haunted hand with her. Over at the hospital, Jade and her mom Sue are by Riley's side. Outside, Daniel finds Mia trying to visit, but Jade stops her and angrily blames her for Riley's condition. Sue backs her up, demanding Mia leave. As Mia walks away, she sees her mother's spirit again and follows it into a bathroom. A door slams shut behind her, and she hears her mother's voice pleading for help. But when she opens the door, no one is there. Shaken, Mia exits and runs into Daniel, who offers her a ride home. On the way, he confesses he hasn't told his parents what's been happening, worried they'll find out something's wrong. Mia offers to let him stay the night. Back at her place, Mia talks about how incredible it felt to talk to her mom again. She's convinced it was really her, based on how she called her ma like she used to. Daniel is skeptical, pointing out that spirits might know personal details just from being inside them. He tells her he doesn't want to try the hand again. Mia suggests they could test it, but he refuses. That night, Mia dreams of being intimate with Daniel. The dream is disrupted by persistent knocking. Her dad barges into the room, and she sees both her parents dead, her own nails torn and fingers bleeding. She jolts awake in panic, but things only get stranger. She sees the figure of an elderly woman weeping in the corner of the room, crawling toward the bed. The ghost reaches Daniel and begins sucking his toes. Horrified, Mia tries to wake him. When he does wake, he finds Mia herself doing it, possessed, with no memory of it. Daniel is horrified and bolts, accusing her of putting his foot in her mouth. Now desperate, Mia sets up the ritual again, lighting the candle and grabbing the hand, trying to reconnect with her mother. Her mother's spirit appears, and Mia tearfully asks if she took her own life. The spirit insists it was an accident and says she never wanted to leave her. She also warns Mia that Riley is suffering and needs help. Later, the two appear to fall asleep together. Meanwhile, Sue and Jade are cleaning Riley at the hospital. When Sue steps out to take a call, Jade tries to talk to Riley, but he suddenly becomes violent. He bites her, throws himself around the bathroom, and bangs his head against the wall, laughing maniacally. He even licks the blood off the floor. Sue and a nurse rush in and try to subdue him. Later, Mia reunites with Daniel, Haley, Joss and Jade. Joss tells them that whoever gave Duckett the hand said if someone dies while possessed, the spirit keeps them forever. Mia reveals she saw her mother at the hospital, and that another spirit attacked Daniel at her house. But Daniel counters, saying that when he woke, Mia was the one doing the attacking. Joss and Haley doubt Mia's story. Joss points out that none of them are seeing anything, and Mia never actually let her mother in. Haley explains Duckett once said the spirits can mimic real people. Joss recounts that Duckett got obsessed with the hand, believing it gave him access to his friends. But without it, he spiraled. He stabbed Cole and then took his own life. They decide to visit Cole to find out more. Joss says they need his insight. When they confront Cole, he's emotionally withdrawn, saying Duckett believed the spirits were his only friends, but they destroyed him. Joss pleads with him to help, but Cole avoids them, boarding a bus. Mia follows and tells Cole she knows what it feels like to lose someone deeply. Cole says the spirits twisted Duckett's mind and should have left him alone if he stopped. Jade joins in, saying her younger brother is in critical condition. Cole replies that the body can force spirits out, and the longer they stay, the weaker they get. Frustrated, Jade storms off the bus, and when Mia follows, Jade angrily accuses her of letting Riley play, and worse, letting the session go beyond the time limit. She adds that she regrets Mia ever becoming part of her family. That's when Mia comes up with a possible solution. What if the game was never properly closed? She suspects the candle was never blown out. Mia accompanies Jade to the hospital in hopes of making contact with the spirits again, this time to get them to release Riley. But despite their efforts, nothing seems to work. Mia suggests trying to speak to Riley using the hand, believing he's stuck in a spiritual limbo like the others. The group warns her it's a dangerous idea, but she goes ahead anyway. As she grips the hand and says the ritual words, a young girl's spirit appears before her. When Mia asks about Riley, the girl offers to take her to him. Mia agrees and lets the spirit in. What she sees next is horrifying. Riley, surrounded and tormented by numerous vicious spirits. Terrified, she collapses. Jade rushes to help and asks what happened. Mia, still shaken, says she saw Riley and that he's being tortured non-stop and that it'll never end. In frustration, she lashes out and kicks the hand away. Back at home, Mia's father Max approaches her, trying to be honest about what really happened to her mother. He confesses that Raya left behind a note before her death, something he's kept hidden out of fear. He then reads the suicide letter aloud, confirming that Raya's death wasn't accidental. Overwhelmed with grief, Mia breaks down. As Max tries to comfort her, the spirit of Raya appears, claiming the letter isn't real. Later, in her room, Raya's spirit convinces Mia that Max forged the note and that he's not her real father. When Max knocks at the door, Raya warns her that it's not really him, it's a spirit in disguise, and it's dangerous. She insists that Riley can only be saved by death because the spirits won't ever let go of him. Max demands she open the door. When he forces his way in, a demonic presence attacks Mia, strangling her. Max hears the commotion and rushes in, only to be stabbed in the neck by Mia, who believes she's defending herself from an evil spirit. The next day, Mia phones Jade, telling her that she's figured out how to save Riley. Jade hesitantly says Riley seems to be getting better, but Mia insists otherwise, claiming she's seen him and that he's still suffering. She urges Jade to come to her place so she can explain. While Jade is away, Mia returns to the hospital. She talks to Sue, who reassures her that what happened to Riley wasn't her fault, and allows her to be alone with him. But when Sue leaves, Mia no longer sees Riley, only a grotesque spirit mocking her. It tells her she can't take Riley back because he belongs to them now. Mia raises a pair of scissors, intending to end Riley's life and free him, but she hesitates, unable to go through with it. The spirit taunts her, telling her to touch him and let him feel her. Meanwhile, Jade discovers Max severely injured and calls her mother, alerting her that he needs medical help. Sue mentions Mia is at the hospital, and Jade panics, warning that Mia is dangerous. Sue then finds both Mia and Riley missing from his hospital room. Out on the road, Mia is pushing Riley in a wheelchair, seeing him as a rotting spirit. Just as she's about to wheel him into traffic, Raya's spirit appears again, urging her to finish what she started. But before Mia can act, Jade arrives and intervenes, shoving Mia into the road instead, where she's hit by an oncoming car. Mia regains consciousness but quickly realizes something is wrong. No one can see or hear her. She watches as Jade cries over a now-recovered Riley, and sees Max alive as well. Mia follows them through the hospital, but she's invisible to everyone. As the hallway lights begin to flicker and fade, Mia notices her reflection has vanished. Darkness swallows the room until she spots a faint glow in the distance. Drawn to it, she approaches and sees a hand reaching out. When she takes it, she finds herself transported, facing a stranger in another country, playing the same talk to me game. Mia is now one of the spirits being summoned.